My name is Emily Cohen, and this is Ultimate 101, and in today's tutorial we'll be going over how to throw a forehand rise. For those of you who don't know, this is what a forehand rise looks like. The rise is one of my favorite throws and has so many uses. It makes dealing with the wind so much easier and really took my game to a whole new level. However, other throws need to be learned first, so by now you should know how to throw a flat forehand, OI forehand, and IO forehand. You need to know these because they are used to counter crosswinds. Only knowing a rise doesn't help in a crosswind because you will still miss to the left or the right every time. You need to be able to get it to go straight in the wind first, and then you can work on getting the vertical height to be correct. A rise is any throw that ends at a higher position than where it was released. It's a vertical bend. So if my target is here, I can't aim directly at the target or I will miss high every time. I have to aim lower than the target because it bends upwards. For whatever reason, not very many people teach this throw separately. They just call this a low release and clump all of these throws together, which to me is super confusing because you have no idea what you are actually throwing. They all behave completely differently. This is a flat low release, this is a rise low release, and this is an IO low release. All of these throws were thrown from the exact same height, but behave different, are thrown different, and have different efficiencies. Every throw can be thrown from a low position. A flat low release and a rise low release look almost identical, but end in completely different spots. So as we know, there are lots of different ways to get the disc to the exact same spot. We know that flat is the king of all approaches because it's the most efficient, easiest to read, and easiest to catch. Flat will always be the most ideal method if you can do it, but as the wind gets stronger, the harder it gets to throw flat consistently. In order to throw flat in the wind, you have to do so many things right. You have to have perfect velocity, perfect aim, and a perfect angle. If you underthrow it even a little, you will miss easily by 30 feet, like this. And if you overthrow it, you will miss just as badly in the other direction. So in small amounts of wind, you can usually throw flat without problem, because as long as you keep the disc perfectly flat, the wind will go straight over it, and it will fly normal. But as the wind gets stronger, more air is able to get under here, and will pop it up, making it miss high. So instead of throwing flat and missing high, what you can do is aim lower than the target, and allow the wind to bend it up into the chest. Rises are just more wind friendly. You have a bigger margin of error with them. Besides being good in the wind, rises are very good for braking. Because they are released low, it is easy to get under the mark and throw to someone on the break side, potentially creating a big play. Rises use a lot of the same technique as all of our other throws. The grip is the same as all of our other forehands, but we do change the angle. Now it's thrown tilted up. As you would expect, a rise uses a rising motion. Flat, rise, flat, rise. Just like all of our other throws, we get to extension and follow through. A rise is no different. It uses the same concept. Flat, rise. The concept of body control is the same as well. Your belly button always faces the target. That's how you know if you're doing it right. Footwork is different though. Because the throw comes out low, you really have to bend the back knee to throw from a balanced position. Your back foot has to stay on the ground, or else it's a travel. This is flat footwork mid-height. You can see that it's so much higher, and how my back knee doesn't bend here. But for a rise from a low position, it does. It's really important to get the back knee down, because it really helps to throw low. And that's pretty much it. From here on, it's going to be about practice. Using correct angles, using correct footwork. Making sure you are aiming properly. Giving yourself enough room for it to bend upwards. Not aiming directly at the target. Maintaining your technique from the previous progressions with extension and body control. Making sure the rise is justified in the first place. Using it in situations that make sense, not just looking off flat for no reason. Rises are really powerful in the wind, and in my opinion, one of their best uses. I think they are easier to throw consistently in the wind over flat, but they are still less efficient, so throwing flat will still always be the most ideal. Understanding that not all throws are rises. Every throw can be thrown from a low position. With every rise, you should be thinking about 3 things. How far your target is, what angle you're using, and where the aiming point is based off those 2 answers. Accuracy comes when you can correctly find the aiming point. With practice, you'll gain consistency, be able to throw with confidence in a game. If you still have questions or this video helped you learn the forehand rise for the first time, definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you're really struggling, check out my practice board feature on my website. Please, if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to share this with anyone you think could benefit from it. This is Ultimate 101. I'll see you next time.